Whatever.
Hello playmates, how are you today? I know you're probably wondering, is she not gonna post an FC Iris polling video? Don't worry, I'm working on that one. I'm working on it. But prior to posting that, I wanted to post a quick little video about my tag team matches in PvP prior to the arrival of FC Iris. So the reason I'm doing this is because apparently, our beautiful little princess is supposed to bring changes to a lot of the PvP content. That being the remover barrier on the passive makes it so that possibly that Dragon Blood or First Guardian heroes are going to be a little bit less effective in PvP. That being said, I kind of doubt that Dragon Blood units will be disappearing from PvP, but it would be interesting to see what Dragon Blood is doing right now, at least for my team, and compare it to what happens if I run into any kind of FC Iris teams in PvP moving forward, as well as adding her to my attacking team as well. And as you can see, so far, my first team for tag teams is pretty solid. I mean, I have a pretty good Dragon Blood team where I have FC Anastasia in the front row, and I have FC Rara and Xeon in the back row with the battery touch-up. And Shifrakin just up there doing his thing, looking cool, and beating stuff up. My PvP style is pretty basic. I attack. I'm a very attacking, go-get-em, glass cannon, not the kind of tanky supporter type of player. I like to kill fast if I could and move on as quickly as possible to the next content. So using this kind of setup where my Dragon Blood First Guardians would do their thing and the Bathy would do her thing with her burst AoE killer ice magic skill that you see going on there that normally knocks out most opponents even if they're Dragon Blood. So it would be kind of interesting to see. Now when I play my second and third team, as you can see here, my second team and third team are slowly getting better as I'm getting better, more faded gear to be able to pass on to them. But this is pretty much the trend in any kind of tag team, at least in my level, in the Challenger 1 level, where the first team is pretty beefed up and then you see that huge drop in combat power for the second and third teams. And I mean, that's happening for me too. You normally see a lot of Dragon Blood teams, the First Guardian teams on the first round, and then the second and third, they usually either have one, kind of like me, where I kind of separate out my FC Magi on the second team and Baelish on the third team, just for that little extra barrier on the back row. But overall, that's usually how it goes. So as you saw there, I won the first two battles. In this one, maybe I'll try winning the first one and skipping the second one and going on to the third team just to kind of prove how much weaker it is usually on the third teams for most of the teams at this level. But regardless, here, just to prove my point again, it's another FC team with the four First Guardians and a Battery. Pretty standard team from what you see a lot of the times. In these teams, the strategy for me is pretty much the same. Just try to knock out the single target heroes first, because with the AI the way it is, any Dragon Blood, any AoE character, not even Dragon Blood, any AoE character is pretty much gonna suicide themselves if they attack my team. Because by the time that they do that, usually my First Guardian heroes are still alive and ticking. Then I basically use Battery when I build up her mana, and in a pinch, even with the barriers, I use her third skill in order to kind of get a ledge up on the game. Normally, I'm actually kind of debating if I am missing that FC Battery, if it's really necessary. I have her on my string of creation, but I haven't really pulled on it. One, because there's too many exclusive banners that are coming out, and Zest is, very precious. I'm trying to save it as much as possible, like for this FC Iris pull that I'm about to do. So yeah, that's kind of like the state of the game right now. As you can see, Xeon, he just did an AoE and he's pretty much dead. That's the power of Wrath for you there. And here, you know, again, battery with their burst. Let's see. See, like it normally kills something. It does kills one, and as long as she has her Tranquil on, it's pretty safe for me to go ahead and do that. Especially with Anastasia, that's gonna be doing the first aid on her to kind of get her back up to speed. Come on, Rara, just knock him out. No? Oh wow, that did not. Well, whatever. There we go. So there's the first match. So this is the match that let's just lose this match. I mean, our CP levels for this match was okay, but I want to see what happens to the third one. Now I'm actually kind of jealous of that Annie that they have there. Annie came out in the same banner as that other character, and I ended up trying to pull for both. And did I get both? I don't remember. Wow, I'm already losing my memory. That's not good. Anyway, so I'm actually kind of bummed out that I didn't get FC Annie. I know there was a lot of posts about how she really changes up a lot of the PvP content, especially on the higher tiers in PvP. But at least up to the challenge 1 level, I haven't really seen her make too much of a difference. Whether she's in the party or not, it really, you know, didn't really do much for helping out any of my any of the defensive teams that I've been up against. Now, if I do get FC Iris, I probably will try switching out some of the heroes that I'm using right now. Namely, Anastasia is probably gonna go and be replaced by Iris, because they're essentially the same character if you kind of think about it. It's just, you know, either you put on the barrier or you take off the barrier. And with the amount of Dragon Bloods that I'm thinking that I'll still see, it might be worth it to put Iris in there and try her out for a couple of days. It's kind of sad that unlike some other games, you could kind of see and pick and choose every single time which opponent that you're going to be going up against. But I guess that also kind of adds an element of surprise too, which makes it kind of fun to try out. I need to win this one now, right? So like I said, this is like the third team, and it's gonna be the weakest team in any match, you know. I've rarely seen where they would put a stronger team at last, you know, kind of mix it up. And I guess it's because it only matters if you win the first 2 battles, so it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't do that. This is actually also the first match that I used my new the new FC Barnabas and Blur, and it was kind of difficult because obviously, like I said, I don't really use a lot of tanky characters, and so kind of trying to play with them kind of messed up my group, I might say. But I think I should still win this one. Yeah, with Uzoom just left. Probably not with this one because he's weak. But come on, Bernadette, you can kill it. Go! Yeah, okay, there we go. So that's the end of the tag match battles. You know, I only have 1 ticket left, so that's not gonna work out. But again, I'm really interested to see. This is kind of like how my PvP battles are going right now in tag team anyway, in Challenger 1. I'm curious to see if I do start seeing more FC Irises, if it's really gonna neutralize a lot of my units in terms of Wrath. And if that would either slow down the PvP or speed it up, I don't know. So I want to go ahead and see what happens afterwards. So let's go ahead and hope that, as you will see on my FC Iris video, that I also get lucky to try her out, and that I'll also try out some PvP to see what it's like to go against a team with her on the defensive team. Well, I appreciate you watching. Let me know, are you guys pulling for Iris? Have you already pulled her yet? I'm curious to know. Let me know, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.